Hello everybody, welcome back to another Doki Doki Literature Club Plus video. I took just a small little break before the previous two videos, so we're going back here with Sayori. We are going to tell if we're going to confess our feelings for her, or we're going to say we're going to reject her and say she will be my dearest friend. Now, unfortunately, so far as in the game, we don't have a Monica route. I'm very interested in what Monica is because she seems really like it seems like we're not seeing much of her, but Sayori is our childhood friend, and she relates more than anything about all of us. And I feel like it would be. I think in this instance, when it comes to like comparing to all the other Dokis here, I would probably have to confess the feelings to Sayori because she is technically your childhood friend, and you know her. And if I'm looking at Haruo's perspective, Haruo knows Sayori the most out of all these three, and he's the most comfortable with all the four Dokis here. So, without further ado, we're going to confess our love to Sayori. But anyways, I love you! I love you. Eh? Those are my true feelings. So there's no way you could like me more than I like you. I should have realized it sooner. By spending time with everyone at the club, making new friends, and having fun with you every day, it helped me realize that you truly are the most important thing to me. That's why I'll accept any of your burdens. As long as we continue like this every day, with you by my side. Then I know we'll both be happy. Haruo. Suddenly, Sayori wraps her arms tightly around me. Haruo, is this really okay? Yeah. I hold Sayori into my arms and pull her closer. You never had to let go of me again. I love you, Haruo. I want to be with you forever. Me too. I feel Sayori's grip around me weaken a little bit. What is this, Sayori? I'm supposed to be happy right now. I always thought this would be the happiest moment for me. But why? Even now, why won't the rain clouds go away? They're not going away at all, Haruo. It's okay, Sayori. It might take some time for things to get better again, but no matter how long it takes, I'll be there every step of the way. That's all that matters right now. Okay. I trust you. I trust you. Sayori and I slowly release each other. So, I guess that makes the festival tomorrow our first date, huh? What are you saying? I don't want to think about those things, you know? I want everything to be the same as it always has been. Even if we are a couple. I don't know if I could handle anything more right now. It's really new and scary to me. I understand. We'll go at whatever pace suits you best. Hey, Haruo? Sayori gazes at me once again, smiling sadly. Even if I get really, really sad, this is the best thing for me, right? Eh? I don't really understand what Sayori means by that. Are you saying that this is making you feel sad, Sayori? I don't know. I don't understand what I'm feeling. It felt like a bunch of thorns when you told me that you loved me. But that's why I wanted to trust you. You know what's best for me. Yeah, I do. That's my promise. I say that, but in reality, I never felt more uncertain when it comes to Sayori. I know that I love her, and she loves me. But I'm having as much trouble understanding Sayori's feelings as she is. Even though I can comfort her, I keep wondering if I should be doing something more or something different. I know these thoughts will continue to plague me until things are back the way they were. Is that what Sayori meant by not wanting anything to change? I don't know, but I know that I'll give it everything I got. Sayori is the most important person to me, and I'll do whatever it takes to make a happy future with her. Aww. It's the day of the festival. Of all days, I expect this to be one when I'll be walking to school with Sayori, but Sayori isn't answering her phone. I considered going to her house to wake her up, but I decided that's a little too much. Sayori is not mentally okay right now. I think you might want to check up on her, regardless if you don't feel like it's a little bit too much. But anyways, meanwhile, the preparations for the event should be nearly complete. I don't like how there's no music here, so it's kind of just scary, not gonna lie. The banner Yuri and I painted is dry, and I gently rolled it up to take it up with me. And this is where I went with Yuri. I didn't went with Natsuki this time. So this is during when Yuri, well, when we were talking with Yuri. So she sent me a pleasant text reminding me not to forget anything, and I reassured her. Funnily enough, I probably feel the same way as Natsuki about the event. I'm more excited to be it over so I can spend time with Sayori and Yuri at the festival. But knowing Monica, I'm sure the event will be great too. Haruo, you're the first one here. Thanks for being early. That's funny. That's funny. I thought at least Yuri would be here by now. Monica is placing little booklets on each of the desks in the classroom. They must be the ones she prepared and have all the poems we were performing. Why is there no music when I'm in the classroom? This is a bit concerning right now. I don't like where this is heading. I'm a little bit scared. I'm gonna try to be relaxed as I can, but this is not helping at all. In the end, I found a random poem online that I thought Monica would like, and I submitted it. So that will be the one I'll be performing. I'm surprised you didn't bring Sayori with you. Yeah, she overslept again. That dummy. You think that on days of this important, she would try a little bit harder. I say that, but I suddenly remember what Sayori told me yesterday, and I suddenly feel awful knowing that it's not nearly that simple for her. I only said it because it's the way I'm used to thinking, but maybe I should have gone and wake her up after all. You should take a little more responsibility for her, Haruo. I mean, especially after your little exchange with her yesterday. You kind of left her hanging this morning, you know? Oh no. Oh no. Please, no. Exchange. Monica, you know about that? Of course I do. I'm the club president after all. But... I stammered, embarrassed. Did Sayori really tell her about that quickly? That we're a couple now? I didn't really plan on bringing it up with anyone yet. Jeez. You don't know the full story about at all, so don't worry. I probably know a lot more than you think. Eh? Monica's being friendly as usual, but for some reason I felt a little chill down my spine after hearing that. Hey, do you want to check out the pamphlets? They come out really nice. Yeah, sure. I got one of the pamphlets laid down onto the desks. Oh yeah, they really did. Something like this would definitely help people take the club more seriously. Yeah, I thought so too. I flipped through the pages. Each member's poem is neatly printed on its own page, giving it almost a professional feel. I recognized Natsuki's and Yuri's poems from the ones they performed during our practice. What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's different from the one she practiced. It's the one I haven't read before. Oh no. Get out of my head, 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 get out of my head. Get out of my head before I do what I know it's best for you. Get out of my head before I listen to everything she said to me. Get out of my head before I show you how much I love you. Get out of my head before I finish writing this poem. But a poem is never actually finished. It just stops moving. About that, I think I might want to go back to Sayori because I think Sayori is not in a good healthy condition. So maybe I want to go get Sayori. Ah. What is this? Reading the poem, I forget a pit in my stomach. Haruo? What's wrong? Nothing. This poem feels completely different from everything else Sayori's written. But more than that. I changed my mind. I'm gonna get Sayori solo. Well, alright. Try not to take too long, okay? I quickly leave the classroom. Don't strain yourself. Monica calls out that after me. I quicken my pace. Oh, please, no. What was I thinking? I should have tried a little bit harder for Sayori. It's not a big deal to at least wait for her, or at least wake her up. Even a simple gesture of walking her to school makes her feel really happy. Besides, I told her yesterday that things will be the same as they always have been. That's all she needs, and that's what I want to give her. I reached Sayori's house and knocked the door. I don't expect an answer since she's not picking up her phone either. Like yesterday, I opened the door and let myself in. Sayori! She really is a heavy sleeper. I swallow. I can't believe I ended up doing this after all. Waking her up in her own house? That's really something that a boyfriend would do, isn't it? In any case, it just feels right. Outside Sayori's room, I knocked on her door. Sayori? Wake up, dummy! There's no response. I really didn't want to I didn't really want her to enter her room like this. Isn't it kind of a breach of privacy? but she really leaves me no choice. I gently opened the door. So... Oh! Oh! What? Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. What the hell? What the hell? Is this a nightmare? It has to be. This isn't real. There's no way this can be real. Sayori wouldn't do this. Everything was normal until a few days ago. That's why I can't believe my eyes what my eyes are showing me. It's first the urge to vomit. Just yesterday, I told Sayori I would be there for her. I told her what I know what's best, and that everything would be okay. Then why? Why would she do this? How could I be so helpless? What did I do wrong? Confessing to her. I shouldn't have confessed to her. That's not what Sayori needed at all. She even told me how painful it is for others to care about her. That's why. Then why did I confess to her and make her feel even worse? Why was I so selfish? This is my fault. My swarming thoughts to keep telling me everything I could have done to prevent this. Even I just spent a little more time with her. Walked her to school, and remained friends with her, like it always have been. Then I could have prevented this. I know I could have prevented this. Screw the Religious Club. Screw the festival. I just lost my best friend. Someone I grew up with. She's gone forever now. Nothing I can do can bring her back. This isn't some game where I can just reset and try something different. Yeah, trying something different. Oh, wait, no, can I do it? Oh, I can, technically. I can. Hold on, let me save. I only had one chance, and I wasn't careful enough. And I had to carry this guilt with me until I die. Nothing in my life is worth more than hers. But I still couldn't do what she needed from me. And now, I can never take it back. Never. 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 And... Wait, what? That's it?! This game's not suited for children for those who are easily disturbed. What? What just happened? Okay. Can I load a game? I still can load a game. Do I go to the confirm? Yes, I might want to enter. Oh god. I see an annoying girl running towards me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. Wait, we're back from the start? We're back from the beginning? That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know the kind of friend that you never see making today, but it just kind of works out just because you've known each other for so long? We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around that high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of it waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just sat and idle for in the classroom and let that catch up to me. What the heck? I just got an achievement, start a new game. What just happened? This is scary. So this is why it's called psychological horror. I don't know. No. Oh no. Oh no. I don't like this one bit. It's an ordinary school day, just like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friends groups walking to school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that. But I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting on average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there will be any girls in it anyway. The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no other choice but to start with an anime club. Haruo? What the? Monica? Oh my goodness, I didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Ah. Yeah, it has. Monica smiled sweetly. We do know each other well. We do know each other well. We rarely talk. We were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic, basically completely out of my league. So having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, just come looking for some supplies for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check out the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you just decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club? Stop it! Stop it now, please! Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there's only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's it's really not that boring at all, you know. Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insists that Monica's literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica just say she? Hey, Haru? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? Ah, I mean, I guess so, but in that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I want to ask you to join, but if you could be at the very least my club, if you can be, I can't read. If you could at least, at the very least, visit my club, it will make me really happy. Please. Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Ha! Awesome! You're really sweet, Haru. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go, then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. Aww. I'm important! Yay! So, what happened to Sayori? Like, did you just erase her out of existence? Or something did? The game just erased out of existence? But anyways... Thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Finally! I don't like how there's no music, it scares me. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! I guess? Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean to Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, Haru. All the words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. Yuri, you're the vice president now? So Sayori is gone. It's very nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So I ran into the club and I ran into Haru in the classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was gonna roll, you know. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make him some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Haru? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks in the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward. I take a seat next to Monica. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't any more people in this club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start out into something brand new. especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work real hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events, like the festival, much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club together before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard to find these two. Yuri returns to the table carrying the tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before sitting down to the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't get yourself too intimidated. Yuri just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I mean, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. So am I just restarting my entire game right now? Oh boy. Oh dear, this is just gonna be interesting. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So Haruo, what do you like to do to write? What things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I read these past few years, I really don't have a good way of answering that. Manga? I muttered quietly to herself, half jokingly. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet, because Natsuki likes her manga, and I like my manga too. Blah 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 blah. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after Yuri's sad smile. Anyways, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is just amazing to me. And telling a good story that is in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious that by the way things light up, that she finds her comfortable in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements that usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you off a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something that I can read to at a minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I didn't expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. I expect that from you, Sayori. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think, or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at around the world, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki darts over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind the last club meeting. It looks like you've been working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! And give me that back. Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them. Not a very competent writer yet? I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is to writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing that even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have the writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example to help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. Hey, I just got an idea. How about this? My voice cracked. Ugh. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. The next time we meet, we'll share with them with each other. That way everyone is even. I mean, I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I decided to take the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now we have a new member. It seems like we have a good step. It seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree with it as well, Haruo? Hold on, there's still one problem. What's that? Now that we reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's being in my mind with this entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lost my train of thought. Everybody looks sad now. All three of the girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But I'm sorry. I thought, eh? These girls exchange glances before Monica turns back at me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Haru. The thing is, we don't have enough members to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the Hess Festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. If writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls... Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join a literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up. Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Haru? Yeah. It could be fun, right? Yuri did scare me for a moment there. If you really just left after all of this, I would be super pissed. Haru, I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You really are amazing. I will do everything I can to make you I will do everything I can to give you a great time, okay? Thanks, I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember today's assignment. Write a poem to bring in the next meeting so we can all share. Monica looks over at me once more. Haru, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. So can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I feel the anxiety rolling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait. So it seems like Monica's became the new Sayori. Like, she's the more, main focus here. Like, we know her more than the other 2 girls. With that, I depart the club room to make my way home. The whole way I manage to my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I just need to make sure most of my circumstances, and I'm sure... I just need to make the most of my circumstances. And I'm sure the good fortune will help find me. And I guess that starts with the writing a poem that tonight. Would you like to... You unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Can you hear me? Stop it! I guess we just make a poem now? I'm confused. Alright, let's do a little bit more. Let's just do the poem right here. I think we're just gonna go, power through some of this, so... let's go with Yuri for, maybe. Horror. Contamination. Unending. Jumpy. Wait, no. Climax. Aura. Philosophy. Universe. Whirlwind. Nightgown. Oh, no. Nature. Intellectual. Extraordinary. Determination. Disarray. Frightening. I swear to God, I thought the music changed something there, but I don't know. Adventure. Uncontrollable. Starscape. Marshmallow. I think I got more Yuri this time, but I don't know. Alright. Hi again, Haru. Glad to see you didn't run away on us, haha. Don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but at least I keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club. I was last to come in, so everyone's already hanging out. What? Stop it. Thanks for keeping your promise, Haru. Hope this isn't too much of an overwhelming commitment. This isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature. Wait, making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. The music is getting off-pitched. Oh, come on, like he deserves any slack. You already had to be dragged here. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan to just come here or to hang out or what. But if you just don't take us seriously, then you won't have to see the end of it. Okay, now Monica's I can't see my text. Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the classroom. Natsuki finds herself stuck between the same Monica and manga. Manga is literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plots back into her seat. For sure, the music definitely changed. It's higher pitched. And I don't like it. Wait a second. Is it just me, or does the... Oh my god, it is. The room is tilting and zooming closer. Oh my god, what is this? This is creepy. Why is it doing that? The room is tilting and the characters are being zoomed in right now. I'm sorry, Haruo. We'll make sure we put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, now that you're in a club and all, perhaps you might be interested in picking up a book to read. Well, I can't really say no. I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like this. Let's do something like that if you ask. But wait, I didn't mean it like that. Ooh, if you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I just want to try to be part of this club. So even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something that you might like. Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. They're short reads, so it should keep your attention in, even if you don't usually read. Yuri, you're a little bit too close. Alright, back to normal music pitch? Okay. And we could, discuss it if you want. This is... How could this girl be accidentally so cute? She even picked out a book that she would think I would like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I would definitely be reading this. I enthusiastically take the book. Phew. Well, you can't read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Okay, the room stopped. We're back to normal. I think. Okay, the game's not happy. The game's very angry. Now that everyone's settled in, I expect Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. It doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in the book. I can't help but notice by her intense expression, just like she's waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's roaming around in the closet. I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. But at the same time, I feel it would feel bad distracting her from reading. I clench a glimpse of the cover of the book. It looks like the same book that she lent to me. More than that, she seems to be on the first few pages. Ah, crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She takes another glance at me when I first met her for a split second. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I muttered this, sensing that it would make her uncomfortable. Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of it, so that's the book you gave me, right? Mm-hmm. I want to reread some of it. Not for any particular reason. It's just curious how you have two copies of the same book. We're just curious, how come you have two copies of the same book? Ah, well, I stopped by at the bookstore yesterday. No, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy two of them. I see. There's something fairly obvious that Yuri isn't telling me, but I decided to let her go. I'll definitely start reading it soon. I'm glad to hear it. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story. Is that so? What's the story about anyway? Well, I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled The Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous-looking eye symbol in front of the cover. Basically, it's about a religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And people trapped in there have this trait to turn them into killing machines that lust for their blood. Okay, that's not what you said previously! But the feels gets even worse, and they started selecting breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixing them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. Yuri, that's not... But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean. Not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it? You made it sound like it was almost going to be a nice story, so that turn came from out of nowhere. Are you not a fan of this sort of thing, Haruo? It's not that. I mean, I could definitely enjoy these kinds of stories, so don't worry. I hope so. Yeah, I totally forgot about Yuri is into these things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different. It's just that kind of story, isn't? Or is it that kind that isn't? It's the kind that challenges you to look at the life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen, not just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway. Then suddenly, I'm rambling, aren't I? What was that? The text just basically. Oh, I don't like this at all. I don't like this at all. Not again. I'm sorry. Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything. Well, I guess it's alright then. But I feel like I should let you know they have this problem. When I let things like books and writings fill my thoughts, my whole body gets incredible. Oh my god. I keep forgetting to pay attention to other people. So I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. So please, stop me if I'm talking too much. I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. That's the least I can do is listen. It's illogical, after all. Well, that's true. In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right? Stop it! I don't like that. Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but what are you saying? Let me just get the book. I quickly retrieved the poem I had put into my bag. Alright, there's a fine place to here, right? I stepped into the seat next to Yuri's. Ah, yeah. Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive. I'm sorry. It's not like I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone. I see. Well, try to tell me if I ended up distracting you or anything. Alright. I opened the book and started the prologue. I soon understand what it means about reading in company. Is as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particularly bad thing. Maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri's in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead. Sorry. I was just what the frick? What? Oh no, I don't like this. I don't want to play this game anymore. It's scary. Yuri, you really don't have to apologize. You really don't have to apologize. I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean... Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until when it's up against Yuri's and hold my book more between the two of them. Ah, I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we lean in a bit, little bit. Our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in all the way, so I instead use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Alright, we're back to this again. Alright. Yuri takes her left arm and holds on left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. I do the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way I turn the page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips her to her side. But holding it in like this, we're huddled even closer than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. It's as if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face as she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Eh? Turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a bit distracted for a second. Yuri glances over at Yuri's face again and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to put up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading like this, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. Being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah, thanks. We continued reading. Yuri no longer asked me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just assumed she finishes the page before me, so I turned it on my own. I turned it by my own volition. We continued the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My jump gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over her side as she catches it her own thumb. Hey Yuri, this might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Eh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she's taking guesses and all the second guesses the things that she says and all that. Ah, that's what you were talking about. Sorry, I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Then never mind. We didn't even get that far yet. Oh god, that face is a little bit creepy. A little bit too happy. So I don't even know what came into my head. Are you feeling alright? Eh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. So you can rest now if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing's a little... My breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyways, I'm fine. I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was about that? What was that about? Horrible? Did something happen just now? Eh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting like a little strange, I guess. Sorry about that. We're back to where we last left off here. Alright. So you don't know anything. Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. Oh, no, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we just start sharing our poems with each other? Eh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might wait. She might be a while, so I just figured we would get started without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I make a mental note of where I left off in the book. Then I slip it into my bag. Who should I show my poem to first? Okay, I guess we can it's just Natsuki and Monica. All right, let's leave it off from here. Let me save this. Oh my god, all my save spots are gone. Oh no. Alright. So we're probably gonna leave it off here because I need to first off I got 3 videos of DLC now to render and just get ready for upload. And yeah, and I will continue where we left off here tonight. I just need to take another break so I can make sure my voice stays awake. And I'm really trying to power through all of Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. I know there's the side stories that we gotta go to, but I'm actually thinking about doing a stream for that. But anyways, until then, everybody, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Until then, bye bye.